Alright guys, welcome back to Schmattz Outdoors. A little bit of a change from yesterday. I woke up and my phone said 6 degrees, the house thermometer said 4. Right now when I just come out, the house thermometer says 6, so we're up to 6 degrees outside right now. It's actually brisk, but there's very, very little wind today, and it's supposed to be little wind or light winds for today and tomorrow, so should be 2 pretty nice days on the line. It's cold out here. It's cold out here, so we're gonna, have to deal with that. But right around the truck, we'll have the heat on. We'll be good. So today, I'm pulling all the weasel boxes. I pulled the one I caught the weasel in yesterday. We got him right here on the back of the truck. So we're gonna dump the weasel box off, and I pulled a few dog proofs yesterday. We're gonna dump them off down at the first shed, or the trap shed, because I don't need to haul them around. But I only wanted to catch one weasel this year, just to fill out the Grand Slam. So we're gonna pull the other weasel boxes. I may have, there could be a possibility I have other weasels caught. If I do, I'm fine with that. But yeah, we're gonna pull the rest of the weasel boxes today. I don't really think I'm gonna do too much else like to the line. I mean, obviously do some maintenance and that type of stuff, keep all the sets working the best I can. I got 4 checks left, so today is Thursday. On Saturday, I'm pulling all my mink boxes and the double 220 boxes because they take up a lot of room in the truck, and I don't really want them on the inside of my truck. So we're gonna pull all those on Saturday, and then Sunday, I won't even take my trapping bag or any of that with me. I'll bring a hammer with, is probably about the only thing. It may be my little string, so I know if I can't find a set, I know where it's at, because I have my gray fence posts, locating them. But yeah, otherwise my trapping bag, like this won't be with me on Sunday. This won't be with me. That little milk crate in the front won't be in there. Or that probably will be in there, but it'll be empty. We're only gonna take just the essential stuff. So obviously my dispatch stuff, because I could still make catches on Sunday. So, but yeah, so 4 checks left, including today's. So it'll be 3 after today. Kind of winding down. I don't know if I really mentioned this, but like the reason why I'm basically quitting, the weather's still supposed to be fairly nice or fairly temperate for even a whole week or more from what the forecast is saying. In Minnesota here, we got to check our traps every day, and I run out of vacation by the end of this weekend. So I won't be able to check the entire line every day. So I have to pull it. That's just how it goes. I basically try to take off this entire month and just trap. So I run my traps every day and all that. So again, I'm okay with pulling the line. The catches so way down towards the end here. Obviously, I'm not catching raccoons, and typically not catching skunks. It was warm yesterday, and it was warm going into the night, so there is a chance I have some raccoons and or skunks caught. But right now, it's mostly just catching coyotes and fox. Badgers possibly. Hopefully not fox, but... So yeah, like I said, I'm okay with winding the line down. It's been kind of a tough season, but you can't have bumper crops every year. It'd be awesome if you did, but some years you struggle, some years you can't hardly set a trap without catching something. So I think that's about it. All I got, like I said, we're just gonna stop at the first shed for a minute, and we'll dump this couple of things off, and we'll be on our way. All right, guys. So we're making okay progress. Still early. I got maybe 10 sets checked, maybe a few more, 12. Mix of coyote sets, a few raccoon sets. Nothing, no action so far. I thought I had one coyote set off, but it was just the way the sun was shining on the backing I had. So I'm at this little farmyard, so we got these little buildings, and I got the house behind me. The rats have been just stupid here, so once they kind of found my dog proofs, they've just been cleaning me out time after time. So I pulled 3 of the dog proofs here last check. I pulled one over that way behind the farthest one, behind the farthest building. And I'll just show you what they're doing. I'm gonna pull this one too, but I left it just so you guys could see. So I have my dog proof here. I caught a raccoon here early on, like almost right away, the first or second day. But I've had this dog proof here. They keep knocking my golf ball off, and I can't see them down in there, but I'm assuming they were going in there. I lost like, I think 3 before I finally found this little stick over here in the grass. And then now this is what's been happening. My golf ball's knocked off, but I don't know if you guys could see that well down in there, but try and get you as close as I can. It's empty. And that's what they've been doing. So like, I got these things, like I played with the triggers, so they're just barely hanging on. So all they should have to do is just bump them and they should go off, but they're still not setting them off and they're getting me cleaned out. So we're gonna pull this one, but the reason why I turned you on and I got the plastic gloves on is I left a 220 right here in this trail. So there's just kind of a little trail goes. I had a dog proof here and I caught, I think, 2 rats in that dog proof. And I finally pulled that the last set. But there's this little trail, it kind of cuts right through here. And it's not real defined in here, but it goes right over to that hole. I haven't caught anything except for a rat in there. The very first check I had a rat caught in this 220. But today I got a skunk, and it's a very nice looking skunk. He's got probably the best stripes out of any I've caught all season. Caught my 220 here. So we're gonna remake this. I mean, it's only gonna be here for a few days, but he's got nice white stripes. They're really long. It's pretty good size. He doesn't stink, which is nice. Typically 220 catches on skunks, it's probably 75% or more spray. I can't smell this guy at all this morning, so either the cold temperatures is dampening the smell or something, but yeah, we'll get this guy out of here. I'm gonna remake it. I got a 220 on the other side of the house over here underneath an apple tree that I think I caught at least 3 skunks in, so I don't want to keep catching skunks, but we're gonna remake this set. I gotta stop here anyway. I got a coyote set behind these buildings, and I do have some more. I got 2 raccoon sets still over there, so we're gonna pull this set. We'll get this guy out of here and we'll get moved on. All right, guys, so we're not that many traps actually down the road, probably another dozen or so. I'm to a trap here, so what I have is just a big block of woods. It's literally edge of the woods is right here, and it goes, I don't know, like 150 yards, 200 yards down. There's a slough down there. I have sets along, there's a road, it's only like 100 yards this way, and down that road I've caught a raccoon or 2 raccoons in a set over this way. This is the first year I've ever put one here, and what there is, there's kind of a trail going right here, and then there's a really nice trail. It goes right over to this tree, and then it turns and it kind of angles, and then there's this cornfield. And there was actually muddy raccoon prints in the dirt right here when I set this, you know, because the road was wet. And this trap has been messed with, like it's been chipped off one time, it's been kicked over a couple times or knocked over with the bait still in it. My ball has been knocked off a whole bunch of times. But today, I finally got myself a raccoon. Looks like a nice big guy. You know, well-furred, big, chunky, fat raccoon. So we're gonna remake this guy. We'll move some of these logs kind of over here off to the side, and we'll remake this. But yeah, the trail kind of looks like it goes right through here and then come, and it goes right kind of in between these 2 trees right over that way. And then there's actually kind of where my pail is setting, it looks like another trail kind of going over that way. But I don't know, I can't believe it took this long to finally catch one here with all the, you know, what I figured was a coon trail. So I don't know if the squirrels were monkeying with me or deer or everything, but or it could have been even these guys or skunks. But yeah, nice big raccoon. We'll get a little closer to him, see what's here. I would say he's probably a 20-pounder or so. I mean, he looks like he's fat and round, but we'll get him out of here and we'll keep moving on. So like I said, it was warm yesterday, so I expected there maybe to be a coon or 2 moving. So Could be the last one of the, well, I guess it's supposed to warm up back up. It's only 10 degrees out right now. Again, there's very light winds, so it isn't actually bad out here, but you definitely feel the wind, or feel the temperature. But all right, we'll get him out of here. We'll get this reset. Like I said, it's already here, so there's no reason to pull it right now. I mean, I still had 3 more checks. You never know. You know, another raccoon could have seen this one in here, and we'll come back tonight and check out to see, you know, where his buddy's at. So all right, guys, so just chugging through the line. I'm probably 2/3 of the way through the line now. I've actually done some checks on a couple coyote sets, and you know, actually drove out because the fields are froze today, and everything's been working still. So kind of surprising to me, but it is what it is. What I got is just a chunk of CRP grass. There must be close to 40 acres of grass on this side of the road. And then there's a waterway comes through here, and there's a bigger culvert, and then it's a chunk of grass, and I don't know, it goes more than a half mile down this way. And the little bit I know about weasel trapping is that's the type of stuff where you want to set. So last year I actually had my box like in the end of this culvert, and I caught 2 weasels here. But the water is obviously, it's been standing water. Today it's froze rock hard. I probably could even walk on it, but I'm not going to. So I didn't really know where to stick my box here, because last year I had it like right under here. So I wasn't real sure. I thought, well, we'll stick it right here because I can see it from the road, you know, and check it. I could see the pedal of my trap inside my box, so I didn't have to get out. But as you can see, you guys should know what that means. So unfortunately, I did catch one. I mean, I like to catch one, but there he is. I would say probably about the same size as the one I had the other day. Got the same kind of S look to him, just the way my box is set up. And yeah, so we got ourselves another weasel. I didn't really want to catch any more. So it's kind of funny. So the 2 places I caught him last year is the exact 2 places I've caught him so far this year. But I'm pulling my weasel boxes today regardless. So this guy's froze rock hard, so I'd actually have to replace this trap anyway, because it's only 10 degrees out right now. But we're going to dump my bait out right here and pick up the box and move on. Like I said, I don't really want to catch any more, so we're going to pull my boxes. So I guess when I caught the one yesterday, I was literally like, I had, I think, 2 or 3 traps left to check, and then I was to my house. I wasn't going to make the full loop of the line again to pick up the boxes, so maybe should have. I mean, obviously there must be a somewhat healthy population of weasels here, just like where I caught the other ones. So I'm not really upset that I caught one here. It's just, I was kind of hoping just to leave them alone. You know, they're not hurting anything, but we'll take the catch anyway. All right, we'll get this the bait out of this box. We'll get it all loaded in the truck. The little weasel will get to ride around in the truck. Hopefully get him start on thawing a little bit while I'm driving around, and catching a few things today again. All right, guys, we're still plugging through the line here. I'm by this feed lot you can see behind me. One of my 2 sets over here, there's one kind of straight behind my truck over this way, is set off. That one up there almost, so there's one, I don't know, wherever this big tree is, it's right here. Almost looks like it's been messed with. So we're gonna go over there and we'll check them out and reset them. But I do have a catch here again. So I got myself, looks to be a pretty good sized red fox here again. So I don't know. I haven't caught one anywhere as close to here, other than I did have one in this exact same set a few days ago. So we're gonna take this guy home. We're so close to the end of the season now that like I'm just kind of like probably gonna end up taking everyone home with me. You know, I don't know if I should be letting them go or not, but it's cool to have them around. You know, as coyote crazy as this place was last year, catching 8 in here. I've caught 2 back here now this year, and now this is the 2nd fox. So if these fox are here, if the fox are here, it's a good chance the coyotes aren't. So like I said, we'll get that guy out. We're just gonna, so he's right here. I have this flat set right here. I'm just looking just to see. There's deer tracks. Like right here's a deer track. Here's a deer track. There's a deer track. My trap's right there. My bait and lure are behind that. So my trap is kind of in that little depression right there. So that one's nothing messed with. So like I said, we'll get this guy dispatched. I'm going to remake those other ones as long as I got clean gloves, and then I'll come back and I'll remake the one with the fox in it here. But one last look of him here, and he's real kind of light colored. He's got the, frosty butt real bad, but I don't, he's got fur, so he's worth money. If he was bald, then it'd be a completely different story, and I'd be taking him home anyway. But all right. We're actually working my way towards the land animal slam today. A badger and a coyote more, and we'll have her. I mean, I don't know. I don't think the chances are real high that happens, but I do have a fair amount of sets left to check. So, all right, we'll get him out of here and we'll move on. All right, guys, we're getting close to the end of the line. I only got, I think, 4 coyote sets left to check before I get home. But I added, I don't know, probably a few days ago, I don't even know how many days ago, a few days ago, what we got is this drainage ditch, and then there's this abandoned farm place on this side. The ditch goes across, like, and runs up by, kind of in front of my truck and goes that way, and then it runs for miles going that way. And then up over here, there's another abandoned farm place. Got up these trees here are another abandoned farm place, and there's all kinds of raccoon sign here, or trails of looks like animal sign here, and see, I got myself a pretty nice looking raccoon there. And then I had a 220 sitting right here, and I got myself a skunk in that 220 again. So the first day I had it set here, I had a skunk caught there, and I got another one again today. But the trophy is right here. We'll take this guy here. He's got a couple burrs in his butt the way it looks, but otherwise he looks like he's in pretty good shape, and not the biggest raccoon in the world either, but a good size. He might probably is close to that 20-pound range again, so caught deep in that dog proof. So yeah, we only got a few more days to trap here, but we'll get this guy remade, and we'll get the stinker out of over there, and we'll get moved on. It's funny how agile they are. Like, he literally was reaching up and like playing around with the sticks up here. He can get up that high, just standing up on his back feet. But yeah, it turned out to be a pretty good check. We got quite a bit of fur to take care of tonight. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, look at him. Oop. So he literally was just doing a pull-up on there with his one leg and his teeth. Interesting. All right, again, we'll get these two out of here, get both of these sets remade, and keep checking. Like I said, we got only just a handful of coyote sets left to check. I got one more weasel box to pick up, and yeah. So I don't know. Look at these. I don't know what that limb ever did to that poor raccoon, but all right, guys, we're back to the house. I did fix up a couple coyote sets. I had 2 right next to each other, and somebody run them over with a truck. So they've actually probably been set off, because I feel like nobody's been down that road for like a good week. So I feel like they've probably been set off for a week without me knowing. They were covered up with snow a little bit, so they were set off before it snowed, because the snowbanks didn't have no tire tracks. Like, they drove over my sets, and the track where they drove was under the snowbank. So they were under snow for a while, so I didn't drive out there, and it's been so warm that the snowbank's been melting, and I feel like I just tear it all up going out there, so I haven't went out there. Today it's froze up, and I drove out there. Both of them were set off in the beds. A badger had actually dug a hole like almost directly in between them, like 5 feet back up in the windrows or in the fence lines. So I may have missed catching a badger there. I got them both remade. It's only going to be a few days worth of checking them. I almost pulled them, but I'm like, you know what, we're going to remake them. You know, it's supposed to stay warm up a little bit or whatever. I don't know. We're going to give it a shot. They may not catch nothing. I might have wasted the... Actually, just were, because my bait was still down the hole. So I just re-lured them, so... All right, we'll give you a quick look at the catch today. It was a good day on the line, I'm not going to lie. Better than I expected. Keep catching fox. This is number 14 for the season. I've kind of decided, I've had a little bit of time to think about it over the last couple days. I think we're just going to keep on going. If I catch them, I catch them. I don't know. I only got 3 checks left, so it's not like I'm going to catch 5 each check where I'm going to take 15 more fox out of here. I might get 1 a day, if that, I'm guessing. So at the most, you know, maybe catch 3 more. I don't know, is 17 any worse than 15 or 14 that I got right now? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that, so it's going to be very hard to let one go. I don't know. I go through all the effort to make the set and maintain it and all that stuff. If I have a catch, it's like, oh, just, I don't know. But I also don't want to catch every fox in the country, so that's the you know, internal struggle I'm got right now. But we'll give you a quick rundown of the catch. So this is that fox. Oh, he's caught on my bar there. But yeah, he's got quite a bit of the gray butt on him, but still a pretty nice looking fox. He's well furred, big male. Which are actually the ones I'd want to take out. I feel like I've actually caught more females than males. I don't have a good record of that because I haven't been keeping track. This year on coyotes, I've been keeping track, and I'm actually 6 males, 7 females on coyotes right now. But I feel like I'm probably about 5 or 6 maybe males now to 8 or 9 females, so fox. This is the last raccoon I just caught. He's got a few burrs in him. He's got kind of a weak spot right here, which is not ideal because that's right where the inspection window is going to be. And then he's got some burrs in him over there. But they're both very well furred. I mean, you can see how thick the hair is. They're both very well furred. This is the first one I caught. They're both, you know, actually pretty close to the same size. He's pretty well furred. He doesn't have any burrs that I could find or seen on him. They're both, you know, a little bit yellower in color, which is, you know, typical for my area. I do get some real nice silver ones, but I get plenty of these kind of yellower ones too. And then I got this little trophy. I didn't plan on catching any more. I pulled all my weasel boxes, the other 4 I had. I also pulled that mink box. The trap was set off, but the one side of it was frozen in the ice, so the trap had kind of like sprung at an angle out of the box. My bait was completely gone. I didn't have any bait. I'm going to be pulling them in 2 days anyway, so it actually took quite a bit of effort to get my trap chopped out of the ice and everything. So I'm glad I'm going to be pulling those on Saturday because I don't want to be spending all that time. Like I probably spent 10 minutes just to get that guy chopped out of the ice. The box and my trap chopped out, and the trap chain mostly chopped out of the ice. Because I was chopping, I don't want to chop my chain off or like damage my chain on my trap because I just put brand new chains on my traps this year. I'll grab that guy. This is the weasel box that actually caught 2 skunks. 2 days in a row or whatever. But what I did this year, and I actually did bend it up a little bit, I put a teardrop on around the spring on one side. I have them all on the same side, so when I set my trap in the box, they're all on the left side. I put a swivel here. I think I actually bent the swivel a little bit, but it's frozen, so you can see the ice in there. And then I added, I think I got 18 inches of chain, and then I put a flat stake on there, because then what I do is I stick this under the box. Grab my box so you can kind of see. So basically what I do is I stick a steel fence post down through this gap, and then I can stick this just underneath the box, just like that, and then run my stake through both of them, through the gap in the bottom of the box and through my stake. So basically, in order for something to get like my trap off of my stake, they would really have to get the box and everything up and off the top of the stake. So, but yeah, I just put brand new chains like that. I did all my mink traps like that, just because you do catch, like I caught 3 skunks in them this year for sure. But yeah, like they, you know, once in a while you'll catch a raccoon by the leg, like they trying to stick their arm in there. You know, I want some swivel points where like a normal 120 like that has just the chain is hooked right onto the spring without any swivel point, and then usually they just got a ring on the end, or at least that's what all these had on there. Well, there's no give, it's just, then they just twist your chain all up. So I've actually had to replace a couple of the chains before because they were like that. So I'm hoping with adding some swivels in each one, even if you catch a mink, it gives them a little bit to move and maybe protect the fur, but also like it's not going to damage my trap or the chains. So, but yeah, anyway, I did catch 1 weasel. Again, I didn't really want to catch another one, so I pulled all the boxes. The other 4 are here. I threw the one in my trapping shed. And then I ended up with 2 skunks again today. So I actually took them out of the bags. Normally I don't show you guys the skunks because they smell. These 2 don't really smell. It might be just because it's so cold out here, but we're going to probably try to skin both of these if I can figure out how to get them unthawed, because they're both fairly froze. But you can see these are actually some of the widest stripes I've caught on any skunks I've caught this year. So I'd actually really kind of like to skin them, because I feel like, you know, out of any of the skunks, they might be worth some of the most money out of any of them I've got this year. So again, pretty good day on the line. I did pull 2 dog proofs in that yard that had the rats in it. They cleaned them out again, knocked the balls off. I got 1 dog proof left there that still had some bait in it. And then I got a couple of the 220s and a coyote set there. So I left the one that was there just because I have other sets there. But otherwise I feel like I could just as well pull them all out of there. So one thing I think I mentioned before too, but on cold days like this, so it's only like 13 degrees right now. So as warm as it's gotten is 13 or maybe up to 15 now, the sun's shining. But I noticed when I got home, my fox nose, like right here it's soft, right here. So this much of his nose is froze rock hard. And you try to skin that, you'll never get it skinned off the nose without like damaging the pelt. And I don't know, like this earlier caught raccoon. Yeah, the earlier caught raccoon, his whole nose is froze too. These 2 are froze solid. This guy is pretty well froze solid. That one's still pretty soft, but I've only had him caught for maybe half an hour, 45 minutes tops now. So I'm actually going to take the 2 raccoons and the fox and the weasel into my basement, let them unthaw. The 2 skunks, I think to get them unthawed, I'm actually going to just run a pail of water and dunk them in the water. And hopefully, like, you know, like you're unthawing meat in your sink or anything like that, like hopefully they just kind of, I don't need the whole thing unthawed. I just need like the outside of it so I could get the skin peeled off of them and get them a little bit flexible. So I'm hoping they don't smell too bad outside here, and there is a bit of breeze, but I'm hoping if I get them in a 5-gallon pail and just set them in like the entryway of the basement there, just so like, you know, the cold outside doesn't cool my water off so quickly, that I can get them to unthawed and maybe get them, maybe the essence if there's any left in them, and get them skinned today or tomorrow, one or the other. But hopefully they don't start stinking when they start unthawing a little bit. But that's my plan. We're gonna see how that works. And I did take out 2 badgers this morning because I forgot to do it last night like an idiot. So they should be probably unthawed by now. We'll get them washed and hanging in the basement and probably flesh them tomorrow. I don't know if I'll get to them tonight, and otherwise the raccoons and the fox and the weasel will get put up tonight for sure. We're gonna get them all skinned and we'll get them all fleshed and on boards tonight. So I should have my fox boards. I got 3 fox on boards. They should all be done so I can get them off of there. The fox I caught yesterday, I didn't freeze. He's in a garbage bag in my entryway. Well, he might be frozen there actually because it's so cold outside, but if he is, we'll get him unthawed. I'm hoping to get him put up tonight too. So, and that coyote. So I had a fox and a coyote on the last check. So both of those I didn't freeze because I feel like I got the next 4 days to get them put up. So I might as well try and quit freezing them for right now. I'm not catching that much each day that it shouldn't be too hard to keep up. And I might even, like I said, I took the 2 badgers out. I took a few skunks out as well. So I'm hoping to get some more of them done, just so I don't have to come down here so many weekends to get fur done. It might be only 1 or maybe 2 weekends at the most, and I should be able to get all my fur completely put up this year. Where last year it was like 9-10 weeks in and I was still putting up fur after I was done trapping. So, all right, I think that's everything. Like I said, pretty good day on the line. I can't complain. Brought home some money worth of fur today. I mean, the 2 raccoons should be some of the primest raccoons I'm going to catch all season. So weasel ain't worth much. The fox isn't going to be worth a ton either. And if I can get the 2 skunks put up tonight too. So, ended up with an okay check. I wish I could start catching a few coyotes though, even another couple even before the end of the season here. I got 3 checks left. So tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, and I'm pulling the whole line on Sunday. So hopefully by then I got a little bit, maybe get another coyote or 2 caught. So otherwise, just want to thank you guys for watching Schmattz Outdoors. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video because I actually put up a fair amount of fur for you guys, or had a fair amount of catches for you. Otherwise, we'll see you guys out on the line tomorrow.